Wanna be a boss? Let's talk business. Let's talk fashion. Let's talk health, fitness, community, lifestyle, and finance with Boss Up Houston, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. It's Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up. Hello, 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 everyone. And we are back with another great author from EVO, The Evolution of a Woman. I have Miss Roxy McLeod in the building, honey.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you on. Thank you for joining me in this journey.
It
So,
was a process and it was so fun.
I want to talk a little bit about Evo, the evolution of a woman, and what it means, and why we actually decided to do this collaborative. Evo is short for evolution. And I felt like a lot of the women were coming to me with their stories of how they are evolving and where they are now in life. And I've actually been a part of their lives. And
Hmm.
so we were talking about different things and talking about different experiences. And, God just dropped on me, we got to write a book. We got to get our stories out there. We got to get our stories heard. And we actually have a platform.
Yes.
So here it is. We did a thing, Evo, the evolution of a woman. And Roxy has a chapter in that book. And her chapter is chapter 4. And it's called Gracefully Refined. Girl,
Yes.
I love that. I love that title. How did you come up with the title, Roxy?
Uh, I just asked some friends. I was like, okay, at first it was just going to be Roxy McLeod. And I
Mm,
was like, look, I need a title. I need a title. And I went through everything and I was like, well, um, you know, there were some bumps in the road, but it was graceful. There was a flow. So just a few friends pulled together. We came up with the title.
gracefully refined, honey.
Mhm. Like a diamond.
Yes, like a diamond, honey. So how did we meet, Roxy? Tell the people our lifelong journey,
I
honey.
know. We've known each other forever, for as long as I can remember. I have known you.
Yeah,
Um, so when I was 5 years old, you were four. My mom married my stepdad. We moved into the neighborhood next door, right next door to you. And we have been best friends ever since. We've come in and out of each other's life.
yes.
But we've always had a bond and a connection that has brought us back to that foundation that we built as kids.
Yes, and what's so funny to me is that throughout your life you call people friends, right? And
Hmm.
you have these friends, and you have people that come in and out. But what I see and what I know is that the real ones, you know, stay in intertwined no matter what happens, no matter where you are, no
Mm-mm.
matter what city, what state, how long it's been, those bonds that you created genuinely with a
Yes.
real friend, it's like it never leaves. It never leaves. And we've been through some things, okay?
We have.
And
You've seen me at some really difficult times. You've seen me at some really great times and vice versa. You
yeah,
know.
yes, definitely. I tell people this all the time, you know, and I know it's cliche to say this. I don't look like what I've been through, but it's the truth.
Hmm.
It's really, really, really the truth. As women, we learn to roll with the punches. you know.
You know what song that reminds me of? Through the
What?
fire. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Girl, we have been through. Yes.
I love it. I love it. So this is actually my best friend. I say one of my best friends, but this was my first best friend. She was actually my first best friend. And I had other friends in this collective, but
Hmm.
Roxy was my friend. You know how people be like, okay, y'all best friends, whatever. No, Roxy was my friend. She's my best friend.
Yes. You know you're gonna upset some of my other friends, right? Right?
Whatever.
Whatever, exactly. That's what I said to your other friends.
I
Whatever.
know you really did.
I did.
That
I
is
did.
funny. That is funny.
Hmm.
No, but I love you to death. Again, thank you for going on this journey. You guys, I do want to expressly thank you because I know you did lay a lot on the line with giving your story and putting your story out there and leaving it all on the table for another woman to pick up and read and learn from. We talk about healing and growing and evolving. And so, thank you for giving us your story. So, with that being said, give us a little bit about this story so they can go and pick up this book and read this chapter, honey.
So I don't want to give too much, okay?
Okay.
Because I want y'all to go out there and get it.
Yes.
But there, there was I went through sexual abuse. I've been through molestation. I've been, raped, and I have been married and divorced and had 4 children. And I have just really ran through the fire, fixing myself, refining myself, finding out I'm 41 years old now. And I'm
Mm.
just now getting to the place where I'm like, you know what? I want to go back to school because of everything that I went through. It took me off my course, but I feel like I was able to get back on course with the help of this book.
Oh,
This,
goodness.
this, all these women pulled together, the Real Housewives of Houston,
Yes.
pulled together and pulling this book together and actually laying it all out on the line, reading that, thinking to myself, maybe I shouldn't because it's a little too much information. I mean, my chapter is just a really intimate story
Right.
about what I've been through. And I'm hoping that somebody else will be able to read it and come to the table and say, hey, you know what? I'm not the only one.
Mm.
It's not just me, but there's these women. Some of these women. I mean, I thought I went through something, but to read these stories that I've read in this book, I'm like, dang, girl,
Now
these
listen.
women.
Now you just said something. Now that's a word because what we have to realize is that even though we go through our ups and downs and our obstacles and our trials and tribulation, there's somebody out there going through worse.
Yes. Hmm.
And sometimes you're in that situation and you like, it can't get no worse than this. I know it
But
was I was like, Lord, just save me. Just come get me, Jesus. Take me now.
this book
No.
shows how strong women
Woo.
really are. Like, I
Hey,
know men go through some things, but I don't know. It just seems magnified when it comes to women. So
listen.
to actually reading all, I'm telling you, women are strong. They're
Yes.
statuette. I mean,
And
they just stand there and don't move.
right. And then, for so many to say, I've been molested,
Mm-hmm.
I've been raped. And that's the story of a lot of women. Majority. I wish I had some statistics to pull up right now. That's
Mm-hmm.
the story of most women. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that going into this, the reason why I pride myself on being that strong woman is because there are so many women that those things have broken.
Mhm.
You know, there are so many women that those situations they don't make it out of.
Right.
You know,
You
and
know.
this is the reason why this book is so important, because hopefully you can read these stories and say, you know what, I can make it out of this.
Exactly.
Tomorrow will come. In this in my particular chapter, I didn't really go into depth about the molestation or the rapes or anything like that, because I've given that story. um
Mhm.
I have so many, trust, domestic child, your girl
Mhm.
was kidnapped. Okay.
Mhm.
Like I have so many stories. I even have a story, and this is about women, because we don't always get along with our mothers,
I know.
you know, and I'm an only child.
Mhm.
Roxy is a only girl, the only girl, you know, and so we have those type of relationships, you know,
Yeah.
we have those breakdowns in our stories, in our evolution, and people don't realize what actually happens in the stories and what push us to be the women that we are today. So
Yes.
listen, y'all better get this book.
Exactly. Get it.
Roxy's story, gracefully refined. I love that. I love that. When they read your story, Roxy, what do you want people to take away from reading your chapter?
You are not alone. If I could do it and I can make it this far, you could make it, you could make it even further. If you're interested in childcare, you can always reach out to me, and my door is always open. I have taken care of children for all my life, it seems, and you can attest to that.
Yes.
So I've grown to who I am. I'm good at what I do. And if you have questions or need some help or want to talk about something that has to do with childcare, you can always reach out to me.
Isn't that ironic though? That those things that we did younger, like some of the things, I say this in the book too, like some of the things that I experienced when I grew into my own and knowing my worth and knowing myself as a woman, I realized I went through this so that I can deal with it at this point, or I did this so that I could purpose. It's
It was definitely my purpose, Shamir.
yeah,
And I ran from it for so long. It's like I knew I was good at it, and everybody was like, "Dang, you're good. You do this, you do that." And I was like, "Yeah, no, but that's not what I want to do." I'm a Sagittarius, so I like entertainment.
Sagittarius.
I like entertainment. I don't like to be tied down. Like I don't want to be in one place too long. I want to
Right,
be able to help a million kids, not just two.
right.
So, I was just like, I can't do this. No, I'm not going to do this. But God's plan is God's plan. And the longer you run from it, the
Oh,
harder your life is going to be. But yeah, it all does. It all came back for me. The molding and the things that I went through with my mother and my grandmother, I was like, dang, this was all for a reason.
yes,
This was
yes.
all for a reason. And so now I realize what that reason is. And hopefully a woman who reads this will also realize their reason. They'll hear this and they'll be like, okay, let me stop running and let me do what God intended for me to do.
That's it. And that's the great thing about evolution, because we learn through what we go through how to deal with certain things, and also how to help others.
Hmm.
Sometimes just that acknowledgement, we can say, oh, you know what, I went through that. So in this situation, I can actually give you some advice and tell you what it is, that I did to come out. And I'm gonna say this about advice, and then we're gonna ask for your information, so that
Hmm.
people can reach out to you if they need to reach out to you. With advice, I feel like sometimes people put their aspects of what they think on you. And so, going into advice, I think people should just say, hey, this is what I went through. This is how I did or came through this. I'm not telling you that this is what you need to do. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
giving you a synopsis of what happened with me and my situation. And
Right.
maybe you can take something from it and it could help you, you know.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and not push your beliefs or what you feel a person should do because you're
Mm-hmm.
not in that situation.
Mm-mm.
Hello.
Exactly. I agree. 100%.
Yes, yes. So again, thank you, Roxy, for giving your story and coming on. Definitely, you want to get this book and read Roxy's chapter. You can reach Roxy. Roxy, you want to give us your information where you can be found? I am also putting it on the screen.
Yes, I am on Facebook at the Nanny Roxy. And you can also send me an email if you have any questions about children or childcare, or maybe something that you want to talk about with the book, at the Nanny Roxy at gmail.com.
All right, all right, all right. Yes. So, you guys, y'all, this has been another great episode of EVO, the evolution of a woman. I just love the title. I think that the evolution is very, very important. If you want to link up with the Real Housewives of Houston, you can definitely do that at www.therealhousewivesofhouston.org. You can hit us up on any social media platform at the Real Housewives of Houston. You can also email us at rhwohinfo@gmail.com. This is the Real Housewives of Houston, where success is the reality. We'll see you on the next Evo Live. Thank you, Roxy, for tuning in.
You're
Great,
welcome.
great
Thank you.
interview.
Thank you.
All right, see you guys later.
All right.
Adventures knows how to make the most of being single. Get social in person. Try new things and just have fun. Join Events and Adventures. We've been doing the single life right for over 30 years. 30 great events every month. Just visit eventsandadventures.com.
Welcome to Evo Live, another great interview with another great author, Miss Tiffany Monroe. Hey, Tiff.
Hey, so glad to
How
be
you
here.
doing, girl? How are you doing today?
I am great.
Good.
Excited. So excited about
Yes.
this.
Yes, yes. So you guys already know Evo, the evolution of a woman. We did this thing. We did a collaborative effort in a book. And Tiffany Monroe, guess what? Her title is the Balance Queen.
Yes, Lord. I am like on the balance beam.
Yes, I love that. Listen, when I read through the chapter, I was like, Tiffany is always my equilibrium. Like literally,
Yeah.
you're always the one that's like just mellowing it out, calming me down.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, because
Yes.
baby, she can go into some
Oh,
chaos.
oh yes. So true.
Yes, but Tiffany, tell everybody how we met, and then what inspired you to write the chapter in the book.
Okay, so Shamir and I, oh my God, I love our story. So we met at church. We've sang together, we've danced together,
Mhm.
we're continuing to sing together. And when you invited me to Real Housewives, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. And it turned out to be one of the biggest blessings. I have to tell you, I am
Yes.
so
Oh, thank
happy
you.
that I was able to link up with you in that venture and be able to meet so many wonderful ladies and just see how the Real Housewives has grown. It's been so exciting, so exciting. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to tell my story, was because I was like, man, after we had a conversation about testimonies and everything, I was like, yeah, I think my story should be heard. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll help somebody. And even though it's only a small portion of,
Hmm.
you know, all the things that I've been through, everything that has taken
Right.
place, I can say that it's one of the important aspects of how it has helped me to develop into the woman that I am and be on that balance beam, honey, without falling. Okay.
I love that. Because again, like I say all the time, I think people see us now. They
Yeah.
see the
Yeah.
evolved.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This
And that's the beginning.
after the evolution has happened,
Yes,
honey.
Lord.
Don't they don't realize everything that we went through to get to this point. And so I think it's very important to share your story. And like you said,
Absolutely.
it will help somebody else, or it
Absolutely.
may help someone that may be going through it, or even if they're not going through that, the relatability of the story,
Absolutely.
how you felt, what you were dealing
Absolutely.
with eternally will help somebody else. So I love that. So in the story, give us just one tidbit that will lead us to go and reach your chapter.
Well, I think it's because I have such a unconventional beginning. You know,
Yes.
I mean, of course we have women that have been, birthed by teen mothers, but not shift around. I was shifted around, and so as I grew older, I was like, I want to be grounded. You know what I mean? I need to
Yes.
be like
The
grounded.
need for groundness. Yes.
Yes, yes. And so it was so important to me as I grew. And when I talk about making decisions, you could easily go down any path. I had so many different paths I could have went down, just based on my past. My mother was an addict. You know
Come
what I
on.
mean? And she was in and out of jail and all of these things that were taking place. I could have easily followed that road. Instead, I went a totally different path because I made a choice.
Come on here.
I
Choice.
made a choice. And sometimes you have to make choices. It's about the choice. What
Hmm.
you decide to do will determine what your future will be ultimately. And so I think that's what
Hmm.
draws people in. It's like, man, she started this way and now she ended up this way. It is totally something that is just so different. So it's not the normal, oh, well, she grew up in poverty and, these things happened. And then she started a business. She had kids. She got married. She got divorced. And that same situation is, oh, wait, she had a lot going on.
A lot
Even
going
still,
on.
there
Come
was
on.
always something going on. And one thing I can say is God has really kept me.
Yeah. Come
I
on,
said, I
Jesus.
felt like I was the crash test dummy for a lot of things that have taken place. And I was like, man, it's so funny. I used to say I could write a book about all of the stuff that was taking place in my life. And only these kind of things happen to me. But
Right.
it's like, yeah, that would only happen to you. That doesn't happen to anybody else. You are the crash test dummy.
Okay.
But
The
being
balance
able,
queen, honey.
yes, honey, yes. But being able to eventually balance everything, life and school and work and job and business and all of these things have just really, really helped me stay on kilter. And honey, there is never a dull moment. Okay.
Trust me, I believe it. I love it. I love it. I love your story. I love how, like you said, we as women, we strive to do things differently. When
Absolutely.
something happens or when you're subjected to deal with certain things, when you're in a space to where you can change that for yourself, you
Absolutely.
strive to do things differently, right?
Absolutely.
I just want to say this. It's very, very ironic, but ordained, and it is spiritual that balance queen would be your topic or
Title.
title,
Yeah.
and then your number 7 as
Hmm.
chapter. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Oh
The
yeah.
7
Oh
is
yeah.
completion.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And that's when you complete something, it levels the plane. Right.
Absolutely. What we
Right.
start, we
We
shall
must
complete.
complete. Come on
Come
here.
on now.
You better get it, girl. All right,
Yes,
y'all. We are
yes,
still live. EVO Live, the evolution of a woman, talking with Miss Tiffany Monroe, co-author, chapter
yes.
7, The Balance Queen. What do you want people to take away from your chapter?
Just that when you make a choice, it will change your life.
Come on.
And
Choice.
it doesn't matter. Your choices change your life. You
Mm,
know, sometimes we're afraid to make the choice, but if we step out on faith, it'll all work out. It'll
come on.
all work out. You know, you have to make a choice. And it is whatever you decide or whoever you decide to be. Once you make a choice, you're stepping on faith and you're moving forward towards what you're trying to become.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
it. Make
So
the
that's what I
choice.
want everyone to take away. Just make a choice.
Make the choice.
Make a
Make the
choice.
choice to be great. Make the choice to live on purpose. Make the
Make the choice to be
choice.
absolutely. Make the choice to live on purpose, to live great, to live a life.
Huh.
Nothing stops. Nothing
Right.
stops. Time never
Right.
stops. So
Come
make a
on.
choice to
It keeps
continue.
moving.
Absolutely. So you gotta make a choice to continue. Because it's
That
not gonna stop
reminds me
if
of
you
this
stop.
song. Time keeps on moving
Yes, absolutely.
into the
The future.
future.
Yes, that is so true.
All right, Tiffany, it's been a wonderful time. You know, I love you, girl. Give us your
Love you back.
information and how people can get in contact with you. I do have some things on the screen right now, but let
Absolutely.
everybody know where we can get in contact with you at.
Absolutely. So you can reach me at Tiffany Monroe on Facebook. Hello. I am there. I am there. And on IG at TT's underscore back. Yes, I'm always coming back. That's the reason why I chose that. And my email address is crier, CHRYAR 316 at gmail.com. And if you need a event coordinator, a quick fixer
Come
upper
on here.
situation for your party or your event, you can contact me.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much, Tiff. It's been a pleasure
Yes,
and
it has.
always a great time with you. Love you. The Balance Queen, honey, chapter 7. Y'all better go get y'all book.
Yes, hurry up, y'all. Quick,
Okay.
quick.
Now, if you want to contact the Real Housewives of Houston, you can do so through our website, www.therealhousewivesofhouston.org, or you can go to any social media avenue and go to the Real Housewives of Houston. You can also hit us up in our email, rhwohinfo@gmail.com. This is EVO Live, the evolution of a woman book. Definitely go get your copy. The Real
Quick,
Housewives of Houston,
quick.
where success is the reality. See you
Oh,
guys.
yes.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience than cable. Ask how to get 300 megabytes per second for $35 per month, plus taxes and equipment fee with no annual contract. No bundle required. Unlimited internet data included. Call Boss Up Houston Network at 832-895-5095. Limited availability may not be available in your area. Speed claim based on combined upload and download capacity of Internet 300, Internet 500, and Internet 1000 versus Xfinity Spectrum and Cox 400M, 500M, 600M, 1 gig and 1.2 gig cable service with uploads of 10, 20, and 35 megabytes per second. Download max typically 940 megabytes per second for Internet of 1000. Speeds vary, not guaranteed. Yes, it's never a dull moment, honey. Never a dull moment.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely no.
yeah, listen, we're gonna get into the evolution of a woman and what it actually means. So there are many times in our lives where we change, we evolve, we grow, we mature, and we just take a different direction in life, and that's the fullness of evolution. What does evolution mean to you, Ayanza J?
Um, well, evolution means to me, and this may sound a little morbid, but in order for you to birth your new self, certain aspects of your old self must die. And
Mm.
evolving is the ultimate self check because you have to take into consideration everything that's happened in your life,
coming from a spiritual standpoint, understanding why those things happen and how important it is for you to change it. Because when you change things within yourself, you don't just change them for you. You change them for your entire like seven generations of ancestors behind you, as well as seven generations ahead of you. So evolving is understanding that it's not your personal evolution is a part of the entire collective of evolution.
Ooh,
We're in a
I love
space now where, according to the climate out here, it doesn't really look like we're being left with much of a choice. We have to evolve as a species, or we're in trouble. Serious trouble.
intro. Come on here. Well, it starts with us, honey. We're evoluting. Okay,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
evolving.
Everybody got to do their part. So it's like being a part of this book is like I feel honored to show that bravery because you talking about personal evolution and growth. You get to talking about things that you may otherwise want to keep to yourself, or you're
Yes,
worried about what somebody may think if they find these things out about you. But it's like the greatest reward is someone else reading it and saying, "Hey, it's okay for me to evolve some things I've been holding on to too," because it's contagious. All energies are contagious.
I love it. Definitely this energy needs to be contagious, okay? Because healing needs to happen, growth needs to happen, and evolution needs to happen within a person.
Yeah,
I don't like stagnation. I don't like staying in the same place. And in order for legacy wealth and legacy growth in the generations to come to have something, we have to evolve to greater and better, right?
absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right. All right. So let's get into it. Let's dive right in. How did we meet?
Don't let me tell that story. Okay, picture it, Sicily. No, I'm just funny. I love
Okay, girl, I was shorty on the jets. Okay.
it, right? So picture it, Houston, 2020, February 2020. I get a phone call. I'm chilling in my owl's nest, and I get a phone call about doing a television show called Galactical Goddesses. And me
Mm-hmm.
being the hermit I am, I was a bit skeptical because I was like, no, I don't want to go on TV. I just want to be on the radio. No, okay, no. But then when you feel that tinge of, well, maybe it's divine assignment.
Mm.
Hide in there forever. You know how your spirit gets to talking to you.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let me see. So there was a dinner, and was that in Memorial? Was it 52 seasons?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
and I like the name of the restaurant, 52 Seasons, symbolic.
Come
And
on here.
so I said, okay, let me check it out. Let me check it out. And sitting at the head of the table was Shamir, just diva dolled out. I said, now look in here. And then so when our eyes met, there was this connection, like, okay, I think I like her. And so when I went to speak and we embraced, that was when I felt the realness. That was when I felt the click. I was like, okay, there's something going on. She hiding some things under that wig she wearing. Something check her out. That was when I felt the click. I said, yeah, it's a lot under there. It's some stuff under there. I like it. Yeah, that was how we met. And then all throughout the run of Galactical Goddesses, you were like the mother hen. I still wanted to get you on the last episode, but we didn't get to do that. So that's how we met.
I know. I know. I actually love talking about how I met people because we all have the experience, right? But we all feel what we feel. You
Well, what did
know,
you?
sometimes you don't know what the other person feels. So let me say this. I've always been envious, and I don't mean envious in a negative way,
Right.
but envious in an intriguing way of women that embrace that naturalness. I love it on you. I cannot bring myself to do it, girl. Listen,
You
I
will. Don't worry about it.
I cannot. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put on the wig. I'm gonna put on some makeup. I got, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. But I love that in your naturalness, you are so beautiful, and you
Thank you.
wear it. Confidence is that. This is what, when you walked in that, and I was trying to figure out, so which one is she? Because we had about 15 or 20 of you guys, so I
Yeah.
really didn't know which one you were. But when you spoke, you know, you let it be known, I am Ayanza, and I was like, oh my God, I love her. From that moment of embrace, I just knew that there was a divine connection. And it's funny because most of the women that are in the book, I actually did have a divine connection with. So I love that. I love that. But that's what I was feeling, child. Just like right now, I'm like, look at this. Look at this headdress. Look, I love it. I just love
Ev-
it. I love it.
Everybody blooms in their own time. I gotta feel you. You will. You
Oh,
will. I know
I'm
one of
coming.
these
I'm
days we gonna go for
the
you. We
evolve.
gonna turn on this camera. And you gonna have a platinum blonde afro like this, and I'm gonna be like, but your look works for you the way it is, because we have
Right.
that little thing kind of going on with us as women, where the women who are natural want to look down on the women that wear perms.
Right. Right. Right.
Uh, never
Hey,
judge a bias cover, because
right. And it
it's
is
no
what it is.
exactly. Because I was about to say, it's a lot of people who ain't right within that got a head full of locks. Do not be deceived.
Come on
Do
here.
not be deceived. Do not be deceived.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, it's like envy is not a bad thing. So that's more of an admiration.
Admiration.
Yes,
I
yes.
can't do it yet. I ain't ready.
Don't rush it. Don't rush the flow. See, that's one of the important things about evolution is
Hmm.
comfortably be where you at. Just
Right.
comfortably be where you at. So when those changes come, they're natural to you, not because you felt pressured by society or you felt that you needed it. No, 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 no. Be comfortable right where you are. Get
Yes.
comfortable in your own skin. So when you feel those evolutions, you know that's coming from within you and not from
And
what
not from what
everybody else is saying.
somebody else is saying. Yes. I love that. I love that. And you guys, this is what it's all about: the realness, the authenticity. This is my real sister. This is my real friend. I can really talk to her. Some
Oh
people
yeah.
you can tell that too. We can have these real conversations and love on each other, and be in our own element. And that's what evolution is about. Being able to live in your realness, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All
Living your
right, all right. So let's dig into your story. Now,
oh,
I'm not giving them the whole shebang, but give them a little bit of what you want them to know that's in the story, that's in your chapter. And let me tell y'all this. Now I'm gonna introduce the title because the title is bad, honey. A storm the whole time. Not half the time, baby. Not when the
whole
sun was rising.
time.
The whole time. So what does that mean in the title, and what do you want people to know that's in that chapter?
A storm the whole time. I chose that title because that title means the beacon point of my evolution is when I allowed myself to get comfortable with who and what I've always been. I
Mm,
use the word storm because in Ifa Orisha, I am a priestess of Oya. An Oya is the Orisha that embodies the wind, that embodies serious transformation, that rules the cemeteries, which means that she's the keeper of the wisdom of the ancestors. And these are things that have been embedded in me since I was small. Like I mentioned in the book, when I was a child, no one could tell me I wasn't Storm off the X-Men. Like when it was,
Okay.
I would tell the other children, I made that happen. you, you know, and I had no idea what I was really speaking into the
Saying it,
universe.
speaking it
Because
into
fast
existence. Look at
forward,
you.
yes, fast forward all these years later, I'm Oya's child, and Oya rules the storm. So a storm the whole time was chosen because a lot of the time when you are evolving, it's really like a ether or like a process of elimination where you are clearing out everything you're not to get to the
Mm,
root of who you really are, if that makes
love
sense.
that.
'Cause
I
really,
love
being me is a fight, and it always has been a fight. I may cover it well, but it's been some battles. Been some battles.
Hey, I could attest to that because sometimes I'm like, okay, who is she today? Which one is coming? Which one am I revealing to the earth and the world today? Okay.
I don't shape shift like that, do I?
How about me?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
That's a good thing though, because acknowledging that is great. Acknowledging that you can shift and you can move and you can grow and you can acknowledge that, okay, I was really mad in that moment, and I had
Yes,
to let you have it in that moment.
yes, absolutely. That's on the quote that I used in the book, and I said everybody thought Noah was crazy until it started raining.
Come on,
Well,
get
that's been the story of my life because it was really a tough adjustment in my life, realizing that my energy was more sensitive than people around me. I had to get past the you think too much. Um, you know, you're going to hell. I had to get past that. Oh, uh, because I was thinking, why would the Most High show me these things before they happen? And I wouldn't. I had a lot of. I didn't really see that. I didn't really. But then when
yeah.
I was making a premonition, and then it happened, the spirit looking at you like, didn't I tell you that will happen? That's tough, you know. And you trying to explain to people, and you can't. And then
Right.
you got people trying to turn your light out, and you don't even know the light is there, and they trying to turn it out. That can be a tough call for someone who has a certain anointing. So the evolution for me really came when I stopped fighting my anointing and accepted.
Right. And that's the beauty of it. When we actually evolve, and this is one thing too. Evolution never really stops,
Right.
but each evolution or each pivotal moment or period of evolution, you realize some things, you recognize some things, and you're
Mhm.
able to move in that season. You're able to move, in that time that you need to move and shift to.
Absolutely.
So, from your story, from your chapter, what do you want people to take away when they read your chapter? What do you want people to take away?
The essence of evolution really is knowing what exactly it is you're evolving as. Because
Mm,
everybody is going to evolve out of different things. We may have similar, how do I put it? We may have similar energies to evolve ourselves from, but the variations of it are different according to the experiences of our lives. So I want people to take from my chapter to don't be afraid to sit down and evaluate your life, your experiences, and allow the Most High to guide your life through your experiences. Because you're not meant to eliminate things that everyone else is meant to eliminate. So when you become your ultimate cosmic design, according to the way the Most High designed you, then that's when you are really on it in a very personalized, evolved state. And then you can inspire others to do the same. Because what we're evolving past are traditions that don't work, that don't serve us anymore. So we have to we have to evolve and come up and rule ourselves that way, if that makes sense. Because no one's going to control the other person anymore. That's
Right.
not going to work with race. It's not going to work with gender. That stage is over. As a species, we have to evolve past that. So I want everyone to take a look at their and read my story and look at your own individual story and come up with those moments where spirit was showing you things the whole time. Now you will have to look at your betrayals as well, and that's the part that's tough, where you have to acknowledge how and where you betrayed yourself. Because
Yes.
betraying yourself
Ooh.
is actually betraying what our faith calls the Ori. The Ori is the inner self. Ori nu, inner self, outer head, inner head. You see what I'm saying? Because your God mind is your first mind. And oftentimes that voice gets muted by everything society saying you should do, should be, you know, break yourself down to a spiritual being having a human experience and sort it out from there. That's how you get a
Love it.
blueprint of your personal evolution. That's what I want people to take from my chapter.
Yes.
Oh, and the poem.
I love it.
Make
I
sure
love
you enjoy the poem.
Yes, yes, yes. Poetic, as you are, you know, Ayanza also has theater background and a degree in theater and things of that nature. So she has a prevalent background in that. And you will see that in her accolades and things that she does in her shows and just her ambiance. You see the artistry, that she is as a woman. And I love that about her as well. Ayanza, tell the people where they can reach you if they want to get in contact with you, if and what you do, and how they can reach out to you.
Absolutely. Okay. Put on your hard hats because I got a little bit going on with the social media department. Going to let you know now. So my main website is www.poeticallymused with a D.org. Okay, that's where you can find the umbrella of everything that I'm up to in terms of divination, in terms of visual arts and jewelry making, in terms of my radio station, published books, all of those things. My email is at scribesmuse@gmail.com or eonsamuse@poeticallymuse.org. If those don't work, I actually have 7 blogs and 7 Instagram.
I
If you want
saw
to
15 Facebooks.
know, I have 15 Facebooks.
I didn't count. I didn't really count, but
I'm
I'm just
only supposed to have 9.
saying.
So if I got 15, somebody hacking me. Don't fall for it. I'm not putting that in the
It's
universe.
a few of them out there.
Okay, yeah, I need to look into that. But yes, I have 7 blogs and 7 Instagrams for different days of the week in which I deal with different things. So since today is Moon Day, people can reach me today at motherbluehues.poeticallymuse.org. But go to the main website, poeticallymuse.org. It will explain everything.
Everything. Get that
Everything.
explanation down, okay?
Yes, it'll explain everything. Just poeticallymuse.org. And if you're into old school music, I play different genres on different days. You definitely want to beam up to 222.9 The Mothership. And
Yes.
that's a free radio station that I just wanted to have in place for anyone, anywhere to just tune in and get their spirits fed. Now, Saturdays is uncensored hip hop. Gotta put that out there. Saturdays is uncensored hip hop. So
It's
don't let me
uncensored.
listen on Saturdays. But with that, and I have that there because evolution is a part of embodying the entire human experience so that everything can be assessed. If we shun the people at the crossroad, we can't help them.
That's
We
true.
can't understand them if we shun their voices. You see what I'm saying? So it can't be all and we don't deal with what's going on in the dirt. No, that's not evolution. Evolution is embodying all of it and creating something out of what's there.
That's it. That's it. Well, you heard it right here on EVO Live. EVO, the evolution of a woman. We did a thing. It's a collaborative book with the Real Housewives of Houston organization. If you want to reach out to the Real Housewives, you can definitely hit us up on our website, www.therealhousewivesofhouston.org, or you can go on any of our social media platforms, The Real Housewives of Houston. You can also email us at rhwohinfo@gmail.com. This is the Real Housewives of Houston, where success is the reality. Any last words, Ayanza, before we head out?
Yes, I want to say thank you to you.
Oh,
I want to say thank you to you because you never excluded me. And I know I can be run around with like a chicken with my head cut off doing 50 million different things. And I just want to thank you for considering me and for allowing me to be a part of this project. So the last thought is actually for you. And, also to give a shout out to all of my elders, all of my ancestors, and all of the spirits who have chosen me for this path. And anyone out there feels that spirituality pulling within them and they're a little bit nervous, I'm an example. Jump in, honey. The water's fine. Glad.
right. Yeah, dive right on in. Get that. Get that. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Ayanza, JT, Muse, for coming on and giving us your spirit. Love you. Love you to the moon, honey.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time. Holla. All right, all right. And you guys, we have EVO, The Evolution of a Woman. Our book is out. You can reach out to any one of your favorite housewife and go to our distinctive pages and click on our links to purchase directly from us. EVO, The Evolution of a Woman. And that is from the Real Housewives of Houston, where success is the reality. Y'all know how we do. We do this every Saturday at 10 a.m. This is Boss Up Houston Talk Show. I'm your host, Shamir Bacon, Dustin Baby, Jay Williams, Sabrina Golden, Roxy Galvan, Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up. For information on becoming a member of the Real Housewives of Houston for the year 2022, go to www.therealhousewivesofhouston.org. The Real Housewives of Houston, where success is the reality. Want to be a boss? Let's talk business. Let's talk fashion. Let's talk health, fitness, community, lifestyle, and finance. With Boss Up Houston, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. It's Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.